All right. Looks like we're live.
Come on, do a little
Do, do,
growl for us.
do a little growl.
Let me reload here and see if I'm on air. People are asking, is Joe and Tiger coming back on air? Really?
Oh, we're encoding.
Can you guys hear us? Can we put ones in the room? Can you hear us? There we go. Yeah, now I can hear us. Well, I don't know if they can hear me. Can you all hear me? One's in the room if you can hear me. I don't think they can hear me. Wait.
There we go. There we go. See, I'm a little behind here because I'm reloading, and I got Vapor's TV ads. With cats using tablets, and all right. Well, that settles it. We're definitely live.
Yep, we are live. Welcome. Wait, no. Whoa, Tiger, you have to.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't said it yet. All right, here we go. It's complete with a growl. No, see, I tried too hard. It doesn't work when you try too hard. Screw it. Welcome to Done Deal.
There you go. Okay, welcome to Done Deal, where VaporJoe's and VaporJoe's Canada/International give you the week or to recap in those deals. Tonight we have a lot of special deals for you, and of course a VaporShark RDNA giveaway. Now this particular RDNA I have here at the house, so you don't have to wait till they're in stock. I bought them all ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll be doing that. Let me cut over here. There we go. There it is. We will be dealing with this a little later in the show. The fourth of 5 VaporSharks to be awarded. And one's in the room if you think Joe needs to stop hiding behind the bill of his hat and that condenser mic. We can't see any of your face.
What are you talking? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is just insane. I'm fully in frame.
Okay, so somebody says we've got music now a bit. How are our levels? It's been a couple weeks and a few changes since I did this, so let me know. Music good? Joe good? Me good?
All right, let me turn some light on. All right. Yeah, I'm just a floating head tonight, aren't I? I'm wearing a black shirt, so it's just
seriously, when you put your head down, you disappear behind the bill of your hat and that condenser mic, and you're just, I was going to say I might as well put up a black screen. There's no music. Oh, that's not true. That just tells me it's not loud enough. Let's see what I can do about that for you guys.
Bring this down a little bit.
There we go. I found it.
All right, there we go. All right, good. So now I can sit up straight. Mike is a little pushed down. So what was going on with Nitro tonight towards the end of my interview? I don't know what was going on, but he got kind of Barry White and low. I don't know. It's kind of spooky, but
He's in the mood.
I don't want to get into the gory details, but I'm sure it's not something dry throat. No pun intended. Country Tammy.
And Albie, I see your comment. You finally got to try the right strawberry, and now you too are a believer. Steve, yes, I did. The long sleeve T-shirt was too warm, so I bailed and grabbed one of my favorites, my Tiger T-shirt. Let me see if I can get high enough to get in the shot. There you go, Tiger T-shirt, yay!
Yep, and I changed my hat. I had to take Southern Vapors off because I only promised them for Mod NB, and quite frankly, I don't look good with red hats on, but I did promise them, so I did do it. And it's like when I was at Vape Mania, I had stickers on and hats. I felt like a fucking walking NASCAR. Like people are gonna sponsor me. They're just gonna put like stickers and shit on me, and it's gonna,
they want you to
billboard.
They want you to stand up now, Joe. They want to see your flexi muscles.
There's my flexi muscles. I'll take off my shirt. You want me to do that, Tiger?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh wait. No nipples on Vapors TV. Even man nipples. So we're beat. We're beat.
All right, so welcome again to Done Deal, VaporJoe's Live, where we go over the weekly deals on our websites. We have a lot of milestones to cover this week. I'm going to start with the most important one. VaporJoe's Canada has finally hit the Big 10.
And it's because of you guys. 10 million hits. We hit that yesterday afternoon. Thank you so much for your support and readership. And we're just so thrilled that, you know, the following is growing and the hits are growing. And you guys love deals as much as we do. What can we say?
I have to, you know what, for this occasion, I have to get something to show you. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh my! Alrighty, I have no idea what he's doing, folks. This is a surprise to me too. And yes, Big Bam always on top of the news. VaporJoe's Canada isn't the only one celebrating a milestone. VaporJoe's the regular Deals and Steals blog out of America has now surpassed 39 million hits. We're coming up on 40 million. Oh, huge numbers. So. Oh, you guys in the chat are just making me giggle. They want to know if they should cover their eyes or like hide the children, or, well, mind you, at this hour I don't suppose that's an issue, but
Okay. So in my hand I have an old wrap that who sent this to me? VaporSkin sent to me. This was the Pro Vary VaporJoe's 10 million wrap.
Nice.
Okay.
There's a blast from the past.
Now I'm gonna send this to you. But this you wanna laugh? This was mailed to me. Okay, September 1st, 2013.
Yeah, I remember it well.
Okay, so but we're on September 7th of 2014.
Uh-huh. Pretty cool.
Isn't that weird? I've been holding on to this for your 10 millionth hit, by the way.
And well, in the time I've been cooperating with you to do the VaporJoe Canada site, I remember when I came on board, the first graphic for a milestone that I prepared for you was for 6 million hits. This is 33 million hits later in less than a year and a half. Joe, you're a force of nature.
Yeah. I'm pushing 40 million. Soon the millions are going to pass my age.
Yeah,
I will
turn at that.
I will turn 42 in 3 days. And I'm pushing 40. I'm going on. Well, I just passed 39, so the next one will be big, 40 million, and then after that, well, Jesus, I think 50 million will be big, and then I can't count anything until 100. But at 100 million, I'm gonna have to do something fucking huge. Like send all of us. We're all going out on a fucking cruise.
Sounds good.
You know, we're all going on a cruise or something. But do you want this wrap? I know this says VaporJoe's and that doesn't have the little thingy on it, but it definitely. I saved this for you only because I was waiting for you to get your. I knew you were gonna do it.
That's cool. As a collector's item for certain.
Yeah, you can put it on. You can put it on your. It's meant for a Pro Vary. I know you only have one, but definitely gonna send it to you.
Well, I do have the original one I had before I got the dragon. So right. I wouldn't cover up the dragon, but.
Joe is a somebody. Yeah, sometimes. I was somebody only in one person's mind. I think she's sitting under, and she's under me.
There's worse places to be. I made him lose his face. All right.
Yeah. All right, so let's begin now. You were not here for the Mod Envy vape mail section.
No, I did miss it. I was at a barbecue. It came up at the very last minute. I was told there was a community barbecue going today, and I thought, it's probably going to make me a few minutes late. I hope you guys forgive me, but I really want to take my son to this, and he did have a really good time. So thank you for your understanding. And
did you get any vape mail?
No, it was a very quiet week for vape mail. I have some waiting for me at the post office that I'll have to go and pick up Monday. But no, this week was extremely quiet. How about you?
Well, I got a ton of stuff. I don't want to go over it all because it took up quite a bit. But the most exciting thing I got are the two things. Not the Addy, but the Addy and the little mod I'm holding in my hand. the Addy will start off with this. This is the new Kanger Turbo. Now, this is a fucking huge Kanger tank. To give you an example, right next to it is the original Kanga Mega. This is the Kanger Turbo to show you how much bigger this thing is. It is huge. Now, what they did is, instead of giving it glass and metal tanks, they have made it metal with a couple glass windows. So you don't have to really worry about breaking your tank, and you can see your juice level. This takes 2 heads, okay? Now, if I could show you, I have to unscrew it here, but I'll do it for the reason for this show, because I couldn't do it on Monday because we were so busy. But this takes, if you can see, 2 replacement heads. Now, the way this works is it clicks in here. This goes into these 2 holes. Now, this doesn't screw in. There's a little, I gotta take it off the mod to put it together. But basically what you have to do when you put this together is it doesn't just screw in like the other Mega Tanks. Let's pull this off real fast. That's a long post. Okay. Basically, you have to, there's a ring in the center that you have to turn, and it covers the, covers it up.
Tightens it down, because of course you couldn't turn the cap on when you're, needing to line up 2 chimneys now with those 2 heads in there. It's a unique system.
Now, it takes a little getting used to. It can get a little annoying and frustrating like it is right now.
I think it's like you were saying, Joe, it's going to be one of those things that's awkward the first couple times, and then it's just going to be so natural you're not going to think about it.
Right. Now, the cool thing about this is, for a fill-in vape, I'm vaping 2 0.8 ohm coils. Okay, now it's nice and tight. There we go. I'm vaping 2 dual 0.8 coils, so it's a quad coil 0.8, which brings this, a fill-in vape, down to a 0.2. Now, I'm vaping this 0.2 fill-in vape on this little guy. This is a 50, I call it 75 watt because I push 75 watts on it. This is a pure pass-through. This does not have a battery. I picked this up at Vape Mania. It used to be called the Zorro, and I'm talking about a fill-in vape here, guys. This is not a rebuildable of any kind. Make sure the air holes are set on this thing. How crispy that is.
Crispy.
Pretty good for a fill-in vape. I mean, it's just a wonderful vape. I'm getting as much vape off this as I would. Somebody says it's 0.4. No, I believe if it's 2.8 dual coil, so it's 4 coils. We're doing a quad coil 0.8, which would bring it down to a 0.2. It's pretty badass. Now, these turbos are going to be expensive. They're going to be in the $40 range at a deal price. So at a deal, you're going to get them for about $40. They debuted at ECC. Somebody said it would be a 0.4. Can somebody, a single, the 2 would be, okay, somebody's saying it's 0.4. Okay. You're right. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
Now, these were supposed to debut at ECC. They did. Again, they're going to be about $40 a piece, but these things weigh as much as a mob. They're really, really heavy. And you're really going to enjoy them. You use double the head, so double your pressure, double your head, but you're gonna have to spend more. But Smokey, Mr. Smokey, of course, he should have run the deal block. He took a head, ripped it apart, broke apart a vape band, and just shoved it through all kinds of insulator and closed it up so he can run his at a single coil. He doesn't have to.
So what he really wants is a mega tank.
But no, but the cool thing about this is this thing almost holds 10 mils of juice, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
This
it's
thing,
a
I could dump
monster.
like a whole bottle of juice in it, so this thing lasts forever. And that's really cool. And then I picked up, I have my vape flask here. You're probably not going to be able to see it in the light, but J-Raps was very kind and made me a VaporJoe's 2-year anniversary J-Rap for the flask.
Mm-hmm.
And
Looks
it's
good.
now the bronze is actually a see-through, and the metal behind the flask is making that bronze look. So that is really, really cool. And I picked up one of these. This is the Clowper T5, aka the Clowper butt plug. I didn't name it, but I bought this up on one of my own deals. I paid $77 free shipping off eBay. This is a wonderful device. It has one flaw. The chip works great, but is not efficient. This was at 100% during Mod Envy, which was at 10 o'clock. It is now down to 20% battery life.
Wow. Yeah, that's fast.
And I haven't been really railing on it either.
Now, I want to address the question before we get too far away from it, Joe, if that's okay. Onion is asking about the dual coil heads that you were talking about. What do they go for? And
Standard. So I had a deal on them quite a few times, like $8.95 for 5,
okay.
$7.95 for 5. You can get them on Fast Tech too. They sell them there. They're really inexpensive. They're not new. They're the same ones that all the Aero tanks took. It's just really, really good. I got them over at Vapor Beast, the 0.8 ohm ones. So this puppy's works great. It just the chip doesn't seem efficient enough for me that I could not use this all day. Now the cool thing is it takes an 18650, but you could charge it via a micro USB or open it up and change it out, whichever you want to do. But this got a very bad rap. I don't know why. I think it's great.
Now, Chiyu has a question as well. You had some yellow batteries that you were featuring on your site. He's wondering, do I need to charge them when I get them? Chiyu, that is my recommendation. It's the first thing I do with any battery I get that I'm going to use right away. If you're storing batteries, don't store them at full charge. Store them at around like 3.5 to 3.7. It will prolong their life as opposed to trying to store them with that full charge. But if you want to put them right into rotation and start using them, yeah, charge them right off the top because they will probably come to you in that storage state in the neighborhood of 3.7 or so.
The Clowper T5 LED 1 has its own proprietary chip. It's a Clowper, and it's wonderful too because it has a battery level. It has 2 types of battery. It tells you the percentage, and then it has this little wheel that shows you how much is left. Your wattage, your voltage, your resistance. But then it also has, I don't know if you can see it, it has a temperature gauge on there. It'll tell you how hot the mod is getting. There it is. See, right now it's at 35C. And then below that, it's a puff counter. Like, we all need that freaking thing. So far I've puffed on this since I've owned it 480 times. So to give you an example, prime example, this is perfect. I puffed on this 480 times and I needed to charge it twice. To show you, so about 200 to 250 puffs with a VTC4 in it, 2100 mAh, at 24 watts. Let's see, anything else? I got tons of juice. I got a bunch of other stuff, just tchotchke stuff, but nothing crazy. I'm just really excited about this puppy. I'll never need a mod again at my computer desk. Now, you want to laugh to show you how powerful this pass-through is. Here's the pass-through, and here's the charger. Look how big that brick is. It's freaking hilarious. So.
Now, just a correction. Usually, Yalix flavors, I think, are, and this is regarding a win from Mod Envy for Gay Vapor and Juice Juggler discussing it in the chat. Usually I think you are given your choice. This time the flavor is chosen for me. We aren't sure about the nic level, so by all means include that information in your email and be sure to include the code that Pammy gave you in the instant messaging here in the chat so that you can claim that prize. But this time the flavor is chosen for you.
Yes, my LTZ28. It is a power supply. It is not a charger. I know. But it looks like something that was built for a laptop. So it's kind of funny. They are not cheap. I paid $160 for it.
Okay. And they're correcting me in the chat. Apparently there was a mistake, and you do choose your own flavor. So apologize. Not trying to mess things up, but thanks for the correction, Pammy and Juggler. Very good.
Awesome. So anyway, I went on a shopping spree this week. I bought the new DigiCharger from VaporDNA because they were down to $26.99. I bought one from TygerTyger. I bought some of those new Aspire Minis with the new vertical coils. I bought 3 of those. I'm going to send one of those up to Tiger too to see if she likes those. And and I went out and I bought the entire line of high roller juice. I was sick and tired of not trying this stuff, and I bought the entire line to try. It is expensive, but it is. I'm a sucker for packaging, and it is really hot packaging. So I had to see if the juice stood up to the packaging. I hear your mod music, Tiger.
Yes, the Supermax. Okay, you guys want to hear it? Oh no, it has shut off now. It played me the the Imperial March from Star Wars, and that is the signal that it is finished and needs a recharge. And it's breaking my heart because I was really enjoying that right now, but I guess I'll have to wait till I can recharge it. So no more of that.
So now, after half an hour, and that went quick, let's do some deals.
Yes, let's do it. Nebulae. I am from Canada, Western Canada, and all right. Well, let's do a deal, shall we?
Yes.
Let me see if I can do that for us. There we go. There's a deal. Let me show you a picture to go with the deal. There you go. Now this is something new, sort of. Okay. We're having a little trouble trying to figure out the significant difference between this new Jenny Tank Mega. It is authentic Kangertech. And the Aero Tank Mega that I'm so in love with. Now, what we came up with is this seems to be a budget version. As you know, the Aero Tanks are stainless steel, very nicely constructed. I'm really impressed with these. I've got a couple of them, and I have a feeling there's probably going to be a couple more in my future because, you know, as much as I love my rebuildables, I do love the convenience, ease, and portability of a fill-and vape. You know, something you have to worry about less in your purse and so forth. But they're pricier because of their construction with the stainless steel. What they've done is they've come out with a chromed brass, so the brass is all covered up with chrome version. It's cheaper to make, but it's essentially the same function. The airflow looks a little different, but it's actually the same as the Giant. So it looks to me like they've just come out with a more affordable version of the Aero Tank, and I'm a big fan of this idea because now it cuts the price almost in half, really. $16.49 for authentic Kangertech, and there you go. And
well, one thing I could tell with the turbo, because the turbo has the new design of the airflow. The cool thing about this, and the good thing you brought up the airflow. If you look on the Mega Jenny, it has the same exact airflow the turbo has. The difference between the turbo and the Giant, even though the airflow looks exactly the same, if you turn the bottom of the airflow all the way to the right, it stops and it's open. It's full open, meaning you don't have to look and wonder if it's full open. You just pull it all the way to the right and it's full open. You understand, Tiger?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other ones now, that's the only thing I could tell the difference between the airflow. And also, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 holes. Also, this airflow on the turbo, if it's the same on the Mega, is conducive with direct lung inhale. Whereas even though the Giant you can almost direct lung inhale. It's still kind of tight. With the turbo, if it's the same with these new Megas, you can direct lung inhale very easily. It's loud though. I'll give you an example. This is how loud this airflow is. So it's loud. It's the way they do it, but at the same time, it works great. The vapor production is fantastic. But the airflow, I think they just kind of upgraded the airflow from the Giant a little bit, and stuck them on a Mega and all the other ones.
Cool.
And it's $16. I mean, you really can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan, you suck that mod hard. Yes, I do. I suck my mod hard, gay vapor.
Oh my. All right, moving right along. I got lost there for a second.
Got lost in the sauce, Tiger?
A little bit. Well, let's talk about a different kind of atomizer, something that's going to appeal a little bit more to the rebuilders. Now, I got a couple things I want to show you on this, but this is the Mutation X styled rebuildable dripper. Now, this one has 18, count them, 18 air holes. That's 9 in each side. It's a 3-post, drilled post configuration. So you got lots of options. Of course, you can build a single coil if you like. You can build it double. You can work quads in there. The drill holes through the posts look fairly roomy, so you can work a lot of wire in there. And I like that this has the heat sinks at the top of the cap. The drip tip, they're more just for looks, really. But the top of the cap, and I was curious about this. We're seeing more and more of the atomizers coming out with the fins at the top. And of course, those are meant to dissipate heat. And my question to some of the users was, does it really work, or is it a gimmick? And someone I really respect, my co-host on Friday nights, Dark Side Vapor, many of you know him, he has assured me, and he definitely has the experience to be able to make a comment like this, that they absolutely do what they're designed to do. It does dissipate heat nicely, keeps that away from your lips, and cools things down a little bit. So a neat touch there. You can see that the way the 2-part cap, I'm just going to jog over to that picture. You can see here the way that 2-part cap is formed. There's a great big gap there. So you can close off some or a few of these holes just to find the airflow that's perfect for your juice, your build, and how you like to vape. So a lot of possibilities here, just over $10. Now, before you commit, they also came out this week, and I wanted to show you as well. You can get that in, now, oh, no, grab the wrong one. Just a second, undo. Oh, and I grabbed the wrong link. I'm going to have to run and get it, but I'll show you the picture for starters.
I have it.
Oh, do you? They've got the black and gold finishes, too. Now, this is still a stainless steel atomizer. Your deck is stainless steel. But you can get the colors to match your setup a little nicer with the finish on the steel. Oh, thank you very much, Big Bam. I see you're so efficient, as always.
Yep. Now, the Mutation X, for those of you who don't know, it's not a clone. Mutation X is a China-built, designed from the ground up dripper. And from what I'm hearing, it's phenomenal. People pitching this is a legit dripper, and I love the idea of how the air holes are made, because how many did you say there were? 9?
There's 18. There's 9 holes on each side of the cap. Yeah.
18. Okay, so nobody's bitching about no more drilling necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. A standard, like I said, standard 3-post design. And I was selling these from Vapor DNA for $24.99, and they were blowing out. Now at just $10.62. And what they did is they cloned their own Mutation X, because they came out with the gold and the black. And no manufacturers outside of China have the gold and black yet that I've seen. So basically, they just dipped them. They gold-plated one and they PVD'd the other one, which is really awesome. And you're not going to go wrong with these. People have been saying these are off the hook.
Now, Synaptic is telling us it was actually designed in the U.S. but sent to China for manufacturer. for manufacture rather. So thanks for that. A clone of a clone.
Well, you know, the way I look at it like this is if it's meant, what happens is, and we touched on this a lot on Mon Envy, and I'm not really going to really rehash everything. Just briefly, if I make this, if I don't mill this in the United States and I send it to China to be milled, it's going to get cloned instantly because they don't, you know, loose lipping ships. They just open their mouths and clone everything instantly. The moment they're milling this for me, they're pushing them out the back door to another vendor.
Dandy, you asked for the link again to the VaporJoe's deals. They are the links that Big Bam is sharing are from the VaporJoe's blog, either the American Original or VaporJoe's Canada. So no worries there. If you're looking for the stainless steel one that we talked about first, there is the link for the stainless steel, and the black and gold is right above it, courtesy of Big Bam. Thank you.
Big Bam.
Big Bang. All right, so we've talked about 3 different atomizers already. Joe, over to you.
Well, I'm going to talk about a deal you guys missed out on. How about that shit?
Okay, bring it.
In taking how we believe that Jenny has fallen from grace, the hybrid has fallen from grace. Most people aren't using them anymore. And the tube mod is starting to go down, and people are buying more of these kind of box mods. The iHybrid Pure today, okay, this is a legit iHybrid, $38.99.
Yeah, that's a steal.
These were retailed for about $100. They dropped them to $38.99. I know people that went in and bought one of all of them. I put it up on my blog. When I mean sold out, it sold out in about 15 minutes. Because I went back and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to pick up that green. Oh, no.
No, I'm not.
You know, like, I'm a green freak, okay? I like green mods. You know, that's the one thing me and Grim Green have in common. We like a green mod. Got my Cloudburn green. Picked up a green ZNA, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit. I'm a nut job for green. And they all sold out. So that was one of those beautiful deals that just pop up and everybody benefits. Okay, so on to a deal. VaporTech USA came out with this new ZNA. It's a little special. They're calling it the Z Gripper 36. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the room. Now, everybody can benefit. This ships to Canada, ships to America. There's the link. Now, this one is a little different. In the sense that it has all the lovely workup of the ZNA, except there's some changes. 1, this goes to 36 watts. 2, proprietary 18650. The body of the mod has been lengthened, and there's an 18650 tube in there. Which see, like if you look at my ZNA, this is an 18650 ZNA. You see how there's a gap in there? This has been lengthened to match the tube. So now you have a full, longer ZNA clone. Now, I bought the one in green because I think, I'm sorry. Of course
you did.
Badass. Many people are talking about the blue one, and so on and so forth. But for $61.46, shipped out of the United States, and you can go either to Canada or the United States. A great deal. I have one of the other ZNA clones. I can't tell them apart. So if you were thinking about getting a ZNA and you've been waffling, you weren't sure, it's a pretty smart mod. These are really, really nice. Now Zen, he took the high road on these. He's very, believe it or not, he's very happy these came out. Because 1, he can service them. He was talking about fixing them for people. 2, his accessories fit on these.
Mm-hmm. Same
so okay,
threading.
buy the mod, but my Cardo hybrid works on it. All my Z2 atomizers and accessories will fit on this clone. Right. And that's a very smart thing to do. You know, it's kind of like, okay, buy the computer, but I'll sell you all the accessories: the mice, the keyboard, the monitor. You know, I think that's a very smart move on Zen's part, instead of going out there being butthurt and being worried that he was cloned.
That's right. And what we see, and certainly not every user or purchaser does this, but what we see a lot of, and I mean, I'm a classic example, is sometimes clones lead to authentic purchases, and Zen knows this too. Somebody's going to give this a try and want the quality of the American-made House of Hybrids version. So
Yeah, like
where you might not be comfortable spending that kind of money out of the gate on something you haven't had a chance to kind of experience first, but this will give you a VNA-like experience, and you can go from there.
right, and they've done some minor upgrades. You get an extra 6 watts, you get an 18650 standard. Um, they probably won't last as long as my real ZNA that I have here, but you're paying a quarter of the price, the third, the third or a quarter of the price. And you'll get that experience, and you'll have your fun. And like I said, I bought the green one. I'm gonna totally by buying the green one, everybody will know it's a clone. You know what I mean? So that's what I think it's cool, because people won't think it's a real ZNA.
Now, if that's the deal, I think it is JM66. We like it, and I'm probably going to be talking about it later. Let me just see here. Copy link address. I just am not telling from the, what do you call it, the link. Let me just have a quick look. You bet that's coming up in the show later on.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it a little bit.
That's a gooder.
Yeah, that's a gooder. That's also a Canadian word, isn't it?
It most certainly is. But I got a few things lined up before that.
Okay.
So let's talk about one of them. I promised several weeks ago now not to forget about non-rebuilders. And when this deal came up, I was really thinking about you guys. This is a genuine Kangaroo Mini Pro Tank 3. Okay, so all the dual bottom coil, the removable drip tip, and authentic $5. I'm sorry, it just does not get better than that. So this is the Ego threaded version. So you'll need a converter if you want to use it on a 510 only device, or of course on any of your Ego threaded devices, you are good to go out of the gate. Great little atomizer, awesome price.
Yep. Very, very, very tried and true little Addy right there. I mean, I like my film vapes. I vape that most of the time with my film vape. Now I've moved more to the bigger, like the turbos and stuff, because I don't want to fill as much. I mean, film vapes are convenient, and we're like, oh, we love film vapes, and now I'm like, I want a film vape that'll hold 30 mils. But they haven't come out with that yet. It'll be awesome if they do, but bigger is better. You know what I mean? But for $5, come on, you can't go wrong with that.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna jump ahead, because we're talking about it anyway. So let's just talk about it, shall we? Let's talk about that deal that JM66 was talking about. There's the link again. And yeah, you're reading it right. This is the mod whose name shall not be spoken's clone. It is just like one of these puppies right here, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this. These are available in black only, but at $44, who's complaining about color? I mean, that's an incredible deal. These were going for not quite twice that when they first came out, so that's
about $79.
Yeah, exactly. It's come down to almost half.
And those were the shitty ones.
Mm-hmm.
Where the top connector was cut. These are the good ones. And if you look, 337 have already been sold.
And Big Down, you're absolutely right. If black just isn't going to do it for you, well, you saved so much money. Get yourself whatever wrap you want, and it'll look great.
Yeah, they definitely have a ton of wraps for these.
Yeah.
A ton. I have one. I use this constantly. I send one up to Tiger in red. She uses it constantly. She has no problems with it.
Gotcha.
I'm a big proponent of these. Be honest with you, the legit version of this, which shall not be named, Tiny's having a terrible problem with hers.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been having problems with them. These things, they're little workhorses, man. They work all day long. I think I have a VTC4 in here. I just leave it in there all the time, charge it, never have any problems.
And you
Um,
just said, Joe, you've got a VTC4 in there. That's an 18650 battery. Stocks guy, that answers your question. These are absolutely the replaceable 18650 battery. Now, you don't get a battery in that. You'll need to add your own, but that's the way a lot of them are shipping now. It makes it easier for them to ship because the battery's not in it, so there's no shipping issues. And of course, you can put a well-rated, well-trusted battery in when you get it. And the nice part is batteries don't last forever. Instead of being stuck with a LiPo pack that you probably can't change out yourself, you just swap out your battery. It's good to go again.
right, exactly. So pick these up. They're really cheap. It's really funny. It hasn't even been a year. November will be the day I broke the story. No, I'm sorry, October will be the day I broke the story on the DNA 30, and nobody believed me that it was coming out. It comes out in December of 2013, January of 2014, and here we are at 180 watts already. And some mods. It's incredible how this community has moved so forward so quick. These are already, these are in the bargain bin at $43. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, thrown to the wayside. It's just like, oh, you want 3 or 4 of them? No problem. Pick them up real cheap. You know what I mean?
Now, there was a question, who was it? DMAC 15, Tiger, what kind of tank do you have on your mod? If you're talking about this one, it's another Aero Tank Mega. And I've got one of the two-piece, 2 puffs-ish alike drip tips on top to match the lens.
Okay. Excellent day.
No, Justice Star lovers, they are not shipped from Canada. The box mod we're talking about right now is actually shipped from China, and at that price. It's possible that they're stocking it in America. I can't say for sure, but the price will be different if they've already imported it, okay? So VaporJoe's Canada runs deals from all over the world. 90, probably 8% of our deals are available to America as well. There's a very few Canadian vendors that will not ship to America. But the bulk of our deals are available to vapors worldwide.
Tiger, do another deal. I have to let my dog out. She's barking.
All right, you do that. All right, so Joe is on dog duty. Let's see what else I got for you guys. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Where shall we go back to? Let's go back to where we left off. I got a nice, fun little deal for you. We've talked about a few rebuildable drippers. I want to show you some that I got kind of excited about this week. There is the link and there is the picture. The tugboat gets a paint job. Nilo, what kind of doggy does Joe have? A great big boxer. Great big and very sweet. And obviously very barky right now. There's 2 free shipping options. Which one is fastest to the U.S.? RVA Juggalo. Remind me what they are because, of course, I see different options than you do. When I log in, I'm getting the options to Canada. So if one of them has something to do with Swiss Post, I would stay away from that one. That seems to take a while. It will get there, but it's coming the other way. And yeah, I don't think they offer the e-packet, Janet. That's Fast Tech, and if you do have the option at Fast Tech to use e-packet, do it. It's fast and it's cheap. And Ace is saying EMS in Singapore, EMS is best. So there you go. On the box mod, that is an Aero Tank Mega style. This is not an authentic. This is an Aero Mega Tank style atomizer, but it works the same. All right, so back to the tugboat. $5, people. 7 colors to choose from. You can really dress up your mod. I know, so many people like to have everything color coordinated, and I love the colors in these. That middle teal is just wonderful. And of course, I love the red too. You think? But $5. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Grab a bunch and color code your juice. Really, you could. So,
I am back. Sorry, my doggy had to go out.
no, no worries.
Oh, you're on the tugboat, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about how pretty the colors are.
Five, a $5 tugboat. Come on now.
I know, right?
It's literally. I remember I paid more than $5 for a 510 Joytech atomizer. I mean, it's $5. Like 10 of them. You'll have enough Addies for the rest of your life. I don't know if she told you this, but tugboats are a tried and really true Addy. They are just a workhorse. They're no frills.
Mm-hmm.
They got a deep well. I sent Tiger up I have a legit tugboat on my dream box here. I also have a clone, and hard pressed to tell the difference. But they're just one of those. You know what they remind me of? They're a Patriot replacement, in my opinion. You remember the Patriot? Just a standard, nice, three poster. That's what this is. It's just a standard, nice three poster that is going to last you forever. And the matching drip tip, and now with all the colors, you can color match. And for $5, you're like, oh, I have a blue mod and a green mod. You know what? I should buy one green one for my Zen. And I have a red one, and you just buy for $15. You get 3 of them. I mean, just not even. You don't even need to think about it. Excuse me. Curious, if I may ask, what do you think of the? I don't even know what that is.
Wotofo. They are the ones making the ZNA 30 clone that Focal is handling, and I'm hearing nothing but good things about them, JM. As a matter of fact, Focal was so impressed. They're getting the future run from them as well, and assuring their customers that it is Wotofo, or however you say it, because they are so good. So.
The Wotofo. Okay, so onto a little accessory. This is my latest deal I put up. This is a new kind of. It's a new combo. I call it a combo tester. Basically, it's a combo multimeter. These are really cute. This morning when I told Tiger, because what we do is me and Tiger get in hangouts, we talk about what deals we're going to be running the following day. And I told her I wanted to take this one because this one's neat. And if I was in front of her when I did it, she'd probably slap me.
No, I wouldn't have slapped you. I'd have kicked you in the shin.
These are cool, man. I saw these in VaporJoe's Facebook group, and what they did is basically they made them round. There's an internal battery in this, so you don't have to put any AA batteries. It's made of aluminum, so it's a little bit more hefty than those plastic AA boxes. So if you step on it on a stick or something, you're not going to break it. And it also now tests the battery life in your mod. Okay, so not only will it do the ohms, you put your like your Ego battery or what have you in there, or your any 510 connected, and it'll tell you what your battery life is left. So if your battery's reading 3.5 volts, it's time to charge your battery. If it's at 3.8 volts, it's coming soon, etc., etc. Nice on and off switch, and of course it comes with a micro USB to charge that 300 mAh little battery in there. Now, it's only 300 mAh, but it's going to last a long time because all it needs to do is power these little LEDs up front. So you'll probably get 2 weeks before you need to recharge it. And for those of you who don't have one of these meters, it's very important you have one if you're rebuilding. Because for 2 reasons. One, it's a deck for you to build on. So it's just easy to build on. 2, you could see if you have a short. If you're not going to get if you're getting a wonky ohm reading, you have some fixing to do in your build, and you're not going to have to put it on your PV and fire it and possibly get a short. So there's a little bit of protection there for you. Mm-hmm. So if you want to point, 2.8 or whatever, and it's showing up all wonky, rather than putting it on your PV and firing it and possibly shorting your battery, you have this protection of the ohm meter. And at $14.71, I think it's a great deal. Tiger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think they're cute as a button. I
Yeah, she's all about the
it
aesthetic.
makes me want to test them because they're so cute.
The Tiger's like, I like it because it's pretty.
Uh-huh. I admit it. I admit it. Now, Albie, I did see your concern, and I have asked for some help getting slow chat removed. So we'll try and get that looked after as soon as we can.
Let me see if I can do that. I'm gonna have to sign out, but I think I can.
Oh, Joe has the power.
No, I don't. I don't have it saved.
Nope.
Shit. Sorry,
No, he
guys.
doesn't. We're beat.
I'll hit up Nitro. Hold on.
Hi. Sounds good. Sounds good. While you do that, I'll talk about the next deal. We can do that. Let's talk about mini Nemi. And again, like my jaw kind of hit the desk when I was talking with the representative from Focal, and she told me they wanted to do this deal for under $12. Now, I don't have a mini Nemi to show you yet, but I will tell you, and those of you who heard me talk a little bit know I am Nemi crazy. I love the regular 18650 size. It's a great mod. You want to see a super cute mod, run it in 18350 mode. Oh my gosh, cute as a button. These ones are designed to take a 14500 or a 14650 battery. So you got that tall, lanky, slim look, and there's lots of atomizers made that will fit beautifully on there and just look terrific. $12.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I'm a big fan.
Eva. There we go. Yeah, Eva. I think they're adorable too.
I look at that and in my hand, this thing is gonna vanish.
It'd be like a pencil.
But 14650 battery. That's interesting because, which means it's gonna be longer. It's gonna give you a slightly more battery life out of the 14 instead of the 14500. But I don't know where to buy one. Where do you get a 14650?
I'm pretty sure that Mad Vapes has some. Now, don't quote me on that because it's been a while since I was looking for one. But 14650 is on the less common side, but not rare or impossible to get. There's a number of mods designed to take that battery size, more in the high-end stuff, really, but they're out there. And, of course, you're not going to build as aggressively as you would for, like, a 30-amp 18650, but you can get a great vape off them for sure, and it's that nice slim configuration, just really nice to take out or, I'd want to rock something like that at a formal event or something.
Yeah, they're really nice. Now, what kind of Addy would you run?
There are the one that
ones?
Now the one that comes to mind for me is a little old school, but I love the AGA TD. It is a tiny little Jenny designed to fit beautifully on the 14500 mods. It's just made for it. So if you're a Jenny person, grab yourself an AGA TD. Awesome little atomizer, titanium atomizer too as well, by the way. You can also put an adapter on it. You can run a low ohm head in a Kanger aero tank. There's no reason you can't do that. A 0.8 vape on a mechanical.
What about those smaller squib tanks? The squib RDAs, they had the two.
The little squid style. They're basically modeled after an atomizer called the ERA, and it's an old atomizer. It's old news, but it is still today, no joke. It's hard to get as top-notch flavor as you get out of an ERA. Now the reason, of course, is because it's just a no-nonsense, simple designed, small chamber, and the air tumbles around in there in such a way you just get great flavor off those. That'd be another great option. Just know your battery's capability. Don't go crazy and build too low on that puppy. But how does the AGA TD hit? Creative. Oh brother. Okay, you know who you are. Um, the TD, it's not a cloud producer. Don't get me wrong. Now, some people are probably getting better clouds out of it than me, but I really like the flavor. Again, not much space under that cap, so the small chamber just breeds flavor, and I like the TD. I haven't used it in a while. It's time to resurrect it.
Yeah, they're definitely
Now,
definitely.
Gay Vapor, I'm not ignoring you. IM does not work for me on Vapor's TV. It never did from day one, so I'm
Yeah, me
unable
neither.
to do that.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's like we've been grandfathered in with older accounts, and it's just like, well, these won't work.
Yeah, something like that. Because yeah, no, from day one I was never able to get IMs.
Oh, somebody put a link in the room to Trust
Oh,
Fires.
and the TD. Thanks, Big Bound.
Okay, so I'm going to do more of a product rollout than a deal this time around. This is
Okay.
called the God Mod.
Right.
They're calling this the God Mod because they don't really have it's not really the God Mod. They're calling it, but in the back you'll see it says God 180. So everybody's just calling it the God Mod. This is the biggest wattage mod coming out of China right now. It's 180 watts. Try 18650 design, so it's going to take three 18650 batteries to power that 180 watt device. Now, this is a proprietary chip. Nobody knows how accurate it is yet, but they're coming out with all different sorts of colors. I saw a lot of pre-orders going around, cheap at $110 a piece. So you can get 180 watts for $110. Now we're going well under $1 a watt. Well under $1 a watt. So the original Sigeli 100 watt mod set the standard at $1 a watt. Now this SMY is well under. It's about 70 cents a watt, maybe 65 cents a watt. And I think the mod looks fantastic. I don't know about you, Tiger. What do you think?
I like the looks of this one, especially the colors I'm seeing. I'm really excited to see those come out. But yeah, I like the looks of what they've done with this for sure.
There's a lot of vendors jumping on this bandwagon. They're out there pushing pre-orders. Again, around $110. I'm gonna wait and see on this one though. Like, I just want to see a good review of it first before I jump on it. Like, somebody, not, it doesn't even have to be somebody famous like Pete Basardo, but just somebody out there who knows a little bit about Mox mods that can let me know how sturdy and how semi-accurate it is. I mean, we all know from how our vape is if a mod performs without hooking up to a multimeter. You know what I mean? Like, I know this Copper T5 performs like a 50 watt mod just by vaping it. Because I knew when I bought the Vamo 30 watt, the one that kind of looked like it took a GNA, but they lied to us. And I used it and I put it up to 20 watts, and the vapor was like wispy. I knew immediately this is a very inaccurate chip. Just throw it away, get rid of it. So like I said, I'm very excited about this mod. I think it looks badass, and this is another mod from China that is not a clone. They're destroying America when it comes to wattage technology. I mean, China has blown the doors off. I mean, the only thing close is the DNA 30.
And Star 5, you said all of a sudden Joe was in stereo. If you are visiting his site right now with his links, the show is simulcast on there. You'll want to mute it on the blog page, and then that weird lag and so on and so forth stereo effect will go away.
Right.
All right.
So that's a little product rollout. So what else you got, Tiger?
What
you
else?
got?
What I got? What I got? Well, I got something kind of cool. I think it's cool. I get excited about stuff like this. What can I say?
Is it cute? Is it pink or is it small? What
No,
is it?
no, it's not cute or pink. Well, it's maybe a tiny bit cute, and it's not especially small, but it's kind of small. Okay, why don't I just show you? It's now these are repurposed by me for vaping. They're saying this is an outdoor waist bag. I'm saying that is the awesomest little belt clip vape bag. It's got the two little straps at the back with snaps that'll go over a belt or waistband of some sort, and it's got pockets inside. Great big zipper compartment, pocket on the outside with a clip. It's got little tube pockets on the outside. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's got spots for everything. You can put your spare batteries in there. You could, in silicone sleeves, of course. Make sure you're being safe. Don't mess around. It looks to me like there's room for a box mod in there. These would definitely hold, your smaller egos and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, cool. So,
Now, Tiger, how big? They're in millimeters. I'm not going to do the math. How big are they?
oh, Joe, why do you always ask me the tough questions? I'm terrible.
Like, is this something
with
you're not going to wear this on your
numbers.
waist, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. At your belt, right on your hand, for
Yeah,
sure.
but it's not going to be like a little pouch, right? This is actually a bag.
No,
Like,
no,
not a
yeah,
huge bag.
okay. They're saying it'll be 14 centimeters high, so let me put it this
Somebody's
way.
saying almost 4.5 inches.
14 centimeters comes just shy of my drip tip on this one. So if I wanted the drip tip to poke out, I might have to leave the zipper open just a little bit, or just pull the drip tip and zip it up, right?
So basically, that's as fat. All right, the pocketed version of a fanny pack, basically. You're
Yeah,
wearing
but I
a
like
pack.
the shape of it a little better instead of that long, drawn out little weird pouch where everything's got to
Yeah,
lay down. I like things being upright. So,
yeah. So it's good. It's good. Basically, if you're going, this, you know what this would be good for. I mean, I couldn't use something like this, but if you're going to a vape meeting and you need to keep a couple batteries, 2 or 3 bottles of juice, your mod, maybe another mod, your cell phone,
exactly.
your wallet, you throw it in there. It's just a good all-purpose bag. And those little side round things, perfect for batteries, or maybe you could fit a mod in there. So it's pretty cute for $9. I mean, and it's made of nylon, so that shit's gonna last forever. That's the shit's big. It's just never gonna break on you.
So I thought those were kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Very neat. Okay, I got something for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bring it.
I'm bringing it. This is the new Nicor D4 LCD charger. Now, what this is the newest. This is the newest offering from Nicor. Now, we all know the Nicor i4. It's been around forever. This is
Very
the new
respectable
digital
price.
This is the new digital version of that, and it's coming in really cheap now for Vapor DNA for $26.99. This was so cheap, I bought 2 of them. Now, I haven't used this one yet, but everybody who has used them said they're great. They charge everything from $26,650 all the way down to RCR 132. I'm sorry, 123, which is a teeny tiny battery, and it also will do your nickel cadmium, AA, AAA, and C batteries.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have those regular for your, batteries for your remote control or what have you, and you're into rechargeables, it'll charge those too. I'm a big fan of anything LCD display when it comes to battery chargers, because I don't know, I get sick and tired of just watching those lights blink. I want some numbers. I want to know where my battery's at when I put it on the charger, and it says 3.5 volts. I know it's got a ways to charge. If it's at 4 volts, I know I only got to wait maybe half an hour. And lots of safety protection built into this one, so you don't have to worry about your charger getting hot, because a lot of people were complaining that the i4s got hot after a while. And this goes up to 2 amps, so if you got those big fat batteries that require a higher amperage, you can charge them. I remember on my i2, I would charge it at 26,650. It would take like 5 hours. I think the only thing I don't like about all these chargers, and all of them have it, is that damn spring-loaded system. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't like the X-Star, and an X-Star does it with those stupid...
The phasers.
Yeah, I hate those too. We got to come up with a better version. Something.
Well, I will say this, my first charger, first major charger was a Nightcore i4. Now, you won't hear me speak ill of it. They are great chargers for the money, and especially they're available so inexpensively now. It's still an excellent charger to choose for a beginner or for a budget. But I will say it seems they've improved that mechanism.
Yeah.
My i4, it's a little bit cranky about like moving those things back. What I find is I pull it back with my finger, drop the battery in, where what I kind of want to be able to do is just sort of push the battery into place, and it wants to bind and grab a little bit. They've gotten
Right.
better at it, so.
Right. Right. Now, again, big fan of this one. Love it. Well, don't love it yet. I don't own it, but I'm hearing good things about it. I also have the eFest LUC4, which is a really nice charger. But basically, this is out to replace my old Nightcore i4, which I'm going to probably donate to either my brother or somebody. But really excited to get this, and really can't wait. And this comes from Vapor DNA. Basically, all orders from Vapor DNA get a free 10 ml bottle of Millennium Juice. You just got to put it on in the notes when you do your order, and these ship to America and Canada. So no problem there.
Yeah, excellent price on that, really. Alrighty. Well, seeing as we're talking about charging and batteries, I'm going to do a nitro here. I'm going to segue my way into when you're done charging and you want to carry some with you, you need some safe storage, and it does not get any cheaper than this. You've all seen the little battery boxes. Now, I just have one of the waterproof ones at my desk. All the other ones are in the other room. But the little snapshot holds two 18650s, or if they're the right size, it'll hold four 18350s. Now, some 350s are a little longer. They won't fit, but my
I never
EFAS.
had that problem.
I've got some older ones, I think, that have protection in them, and they're just a little too tall. They just won't fit in these.
Oh,
But my eFest, my AWs, they fit no problem. So now, why would you need one of these, Gay Vapor? Because the last thing you want to do is throw a battery in your pocket because you're going to be out for the day. You know at some point it's going to give out. You want to spare. So you throw it in your pocket with your change and your keys. What you have is a time bomb in your pocket. As soon as enough stuff touches at the right places to make a circuit, that battery is going to overheat and vent in your pocket. We've all seen pictures on Facebook of it. Don't be the next one. And yeah, Big Bam, that's the other cases we were talking about. We featured those May 13th, as a matter of fact, the little silicone cases for a single cell. Great, handy little thing because it's so low
yep.
profile. But these you can carry, like I say, two of the 18650s, four of the 18350s, and they're safe from, making any connection or anything like that with anything else in your purse, pocket, briefcase, whatever you carry.
He raised the price on you. It's $1.79 now. Well, it's just still a great price, but he raised
Really?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that is still actually very, very competitive. $1.79 for five works out still to less than 40 cents a piece. So I do apologize for that.
But there is a saving grace to this. If you're on this listing, and you don't mind purple, she sells a purple version. Like once you click the link and you're over at the site, go to the bottom of the page, and you'll see purple ones, 5 for 99 cents.
Okay, there we go. Excellent.
Oh wait,
Well,
no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Wait, am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. No, they're there. I'm
okay,
sorry. Yeah,
good to know.
purple.
And you know what? We do see that sometimes with the eBay deals. We try to find you good deals all over, and eBay can be a great source for them, but we've seen this before. All of a sudden, we start sending traffic there, it gets busy, and the seller goes, oh, gee, we're selling these really fast. Let's see if we can get more. And it does happen. Right. I apologize. So those of you who are in on that early, you're lucky, 5 for under $1, but even at $1.79, that's still a really great price for these.
Right, and I'm going to totally buy the purple ones. What the hell? I'll rock purple.
I know. Now that I know there's purple, woo, I might have to check that out.
Yeah, for five for buy a lot of them. And to this day, I have this idea, and I've approached so many people with this idea. I'm giving it away. You're going to make a lot of money. I'm going to give it away now. Make a battery case that holds 20 18650s out of plastic with a handle on it, and it would sell like fucking crazy. And everybody's sitting here with these stupid 2 and 4 battery holders. Make one and call it the, ultimate battery box or something, and people would buy it up.
The battery caddy.
There you go, the battery caddy. There you go.
You're welcome. You can use that. All right, what else I got? Well, let's jump back into drippers. Let's jump into big drippers because we've talked about lots of standard 22 millimeter size drippers. Let's talk about the big Vulcan. Now, you heard me talk about heat sinks earlier in the show, those little fins at the top and bottom of the atomizer. This, in fact, well, the 22 millimeter version of this was, in fact, the atomizer that spawned the conversation, where I wanted to know, do those fins do their work? They do. So I expect them to do no less of a good job on the larger size, the 28.5 millimeter, designed, of course, for your 26650 mods. Something a little girthier. It is a... Now, I don't know really how to say this. In my opinion, this is a 4-post configuration. But I guess you could almost look at it as 6 because your positive post in the center is kind of a triad of connections. You've got 3 connections on that one, so you can hook up all your stuff separately if you want to do 3 coils. Each one has its own connection. If you want to go crazy and do 6, you only have to share across 2, the way you do in a 3-post. Lots of possibilities here. Now, the airflow on this, some people are, where is the airflow in this? Okay, well, look very, very, very closely. Here, hidden in the V of the Vulcan, they have cut out around the V to make a pretty stylish little draw. I think it's kind of cool. But match drip tip comes with, so.
Yeah, it's when I first saw the post, the deck on this, I was like, what am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
This is insanity. But then once, I'm not a really, really big rebuilder, but at the same token, it's a nice system. It really is. Once you get used to it and look at it, it's a really, really nice system.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned the deck, Joe, because there's something I forgot to tell you. Now, the picture, it shows it, but I don't know if you're getting this detail, so I want to stress this to you. What's happening is the negative connections are actually built into the sidewall. So forget about posts pulling out, shifting, or spinning. It's not going to happen. They're built into the sidewall. They're not moving. Now, the other cool thing about that is they don't go all the way to the bottom of the deck. They just go part way down. Right here, let me buzz over here and show you. Right here, above the bottom of the deck, is where that post ends. So you've got a great big expanse, especially in the 28.5 version, where there's tons of room for wicking, tons of room for juice to feed those thirsty coils. So kind of a neat design, I think. Well, thank you, Franciscan. We love the feedback. I appreciate that.
Now, somebody said, "Oh, they put a link in the room for a battery holder, a big one." Yes. Now, this is what I'm talking about. But these are, unfortunately, these are for only AA's. So this would be great for if you had a ton of 14.500s. This won't work with 18.650s really. But we need something like this for 18.650s. There's your pattern. Something like that. It costs nothing to make, and it would hold all our batteries, and we'd be happier than taking shit.
Alrighty. So that's a Vulcan. What else? VaporJoe, you go right ahead. Okay, let's get rid of the Vulcan. What you got, Joe?
Oh, I was waiting for Jeeper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is where he showing the we went over this. This is a pre-order. And now with the pre-order you can see the colors. At $109. Like I said, about $110, $109. It's a great great price.
Oh my goodness, they're finding better ones. 8 pieces of the battery cases for 99 cents. Nicely done, sales guy. And this is it, this is what I find. They kind of go in waves. I was finding great deals on stuff like this.
This one actually has $3 shipping.
Oh, okay. So they're getting you on the other end. But I mean, even so, $3 shipping on that's $4. You're looking at 50 cents a box.
Yeah.
So not quite as good as the other deal, but still very respectable. Very respectable.
See, people need to realize when we do deals, sometimes you have to take shipping into account.
Yeah.
Some things, $30 free shipping, and another one guy's selling it for, this one's on sale for $28, but he's charging $6 shipping. Then it's still more expensive than $30 free shipping. So that's just something we have to look, and that's a time-consuming portion of doing deals, because we have to put it in our cart, go through the checkout process, and find out if there's shipping involved, and that's always the pain in the butt. That's the worst part of finding deals. That's why we love vendors with free shipping, because we don't have to go through all that crap. All right, so I have a deal.
No.
Now, I'm torn on this one, but at the same time, it's still a good deal.
All right.
And this goes. This is going to my shipping. My shipping quandary. Now this is from Angel Cigs. Now I'm kind of upset with Angel Cigs right now, but I still pimp them. They came out swinging with free shipping over $15 and free shipping from China. Now they've stopped the free shipping over $15 in the United States and started charging. Now the Megan is a $30 to $40 mod. With shipping, this still is under $20. Now they charge $8 shipping for this particular mod. However, I bought 9 of them for giveaways, and the shipping was only $20. You got where I'm going here? So if you bought 2 of these, the shipping is only $10. Your first one you get nailed on. As you progressively buy more, you get a much cheaper shipping rate. Now I spoke to them and laid into them. At first, when they first started charging shipping, I bought 9. They wanted $64 shipping. I told them, they were fucking nuts, blah blah blah. Smokey laid into them. They finally dropped the shipping prices a little bit. But when you go to Angel Cigs, anything out of China, which will ship international, is going to be, I think, free shipping. USA-based warehouse, now you're going to have to pay shipping charges. Like I said, the Megan right now is an $8 shipping charge on top of $9.99. It's going to bring it to just under $20. But with that shipping charge, it's still half price of anybody else out there. I haven't seen these any lower than $35.
So what you want to do is get all your buddies together and place your order together. Everybody gets a few Megan. Few Megans for everyone.
Because when I bought 10 or whatever, it only came to $2 shipping each after the $20 shipping charge. So,
so a $12 $26.650 mod. That's a pretty great buy.
Angel Cigs is cool, but I think they're trying to figure out a way to work in shipping, because I think what happened is when they opened their USA warehouse, they didn't realize that shipping inside the United States is way more expensive than shipping from China to the United States, because we have a little treaty with China that allows them to ship cheap stuff really cheap, and they can get away with free shipping or really low budget shipping. In the United States, while our shipping is cheap compared to the rest of the world, you can't sell a $9.99 mod and give it and ship it for free and make money. You just can't. So I think they went really overboard, and I'm sure they'll adjust their prices back. But right now, you have to buy a couple things from Angel Cigs to make it really worth your while. Unless it's something like this where it's only $10 for a mod. I mean, it's just ungodly. And like I said, I bought 9 of them for giveaways on for other people's shows. I may keep one for myself, but really nice mod for $10.
Now, Bud Johnson is saying Angel Cigs does not currently deliver to Canada. Now, Bud, I hope I'm not mistaken here, but my understanding is if you're ordering from the China warehouse, yeah, they'll ship anywhere in the world. It's the American warehouse services only America. The Canadian can't order from there. So
right. Yeah, they have different areas.
Nebula is saying not to Canada. Am I mistaken? Did they cut us out? Because that's got to be a recent thing.
Hold on, let me see. I'm looking now. Actually, it looks like... I'm sorry, wait a minute. I'm looking at everything, and it seems now that everything's shipping out of the United States.
Oh, well, then forget about them.
Yes, everything is shipping out of the
There's a
United States.
whole nation north of the 49.
Yeah, everything's shipping out of the United States. They used to have different warehouses. They had a European warehouse, they had a China warehouse, and then they had an American warehouse. And that's gone. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
They're just American now. Interesting. Maybe they have a... Maybe they're going to come up with a separate site.
Yeah, that's right. Tiger is done. Oh, no, you didn't.
Well, good thing. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, and thanks for the correction. I'm glad I know that now. They're
Yeah,
they're on my blacklist now.
That's really strange. I don't understand why they're based in Shenzhen, China, and they're only shipping from the United States. That's really strange. Okay.
All right. Well, good to know because I had been starting to feature some of their stuff, but okay, back with that. Let's move on to something more fun. All right. Let's talk about drip tips. We haven't talked about any drip tips tonight. What's your sign, baby?
I was about to say, what's your sign? I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Leo.
I'm a Virgin.
Zodiac drip tips, but instead of the Chinese zodiac that we've seen and has come out before, now these are the Western zodiacs. So you can proudly display your sign on your mod or your favorite person's sign on your mod or whatever you want. You know, get all 12 and
Would
go
you
with
wear
that.
my Virgin sign on your mod?
Oh, hey, only if you licked it first. Steal a page from Mod Envy on that one, right? So, these are a wide bore drip tip, brass band at the bottom for show, but it does not come into contact with juice or anything like that. The primary construction of this is steel with the etched symbols on it. So I thought they were actually pretty decent looking. I'm not a huge fan of zodiac stuff, but I was like, yeah, I would rock one of those.
Sure. For $2, no problem. I'll do it all day long. Vastec is the best place in the world for drip tips. Nobody comes close. Nobody comes close to them in a lot of things, but when it comes to drip tips, they have more drip tips on site than any 10... You could take 10 vendors of your choice, put all their stock together, and it won't match how many drip tips fucking they have. I mean, it's unbelievable. Pages and pages of drip tips. Anything you can imagine they have. Even Pyrex glass, everything. And one thing they do well over there is they sell their drip tips. Ship their drip tips fast. I order drip tips from them all the time. I must have 100 different styles of drip tips. I'll put this pack of 5 in. This one has 2. I just got the new, the puff ones here. I got them all over the place. I love my drip tips.
Now, Ray has a question in the chat, Joe, and maybe we can field that before it scrolls out and I forget about it, which will happen. He's wondering if the Sony 26650 bats are the real deal.
I bought it. I bought from here. Give me 1 second. I bought from this deal. I got them in today, actually. Okay. I bought the 2 for 20. No, I'm sorry. The 2 they were $20 a piece. I got mine today. These are my only Sonys. My only Sony 26650s. I was on the where are you? There we go. Yeah, there they are right here. I see no reason why they're not real. Our sales, whatever, R-Dash sales, the people who sell this, that's all they do is sell batteries. I've used them a million times for pimps. I had no problems with this. I used it in my Hades just to check it out on a 0.3 build. It works just fine. I haven't really, I don't have a machine to hook it up to make sure it's real, but I haven't seen any issues with these yet. Like I said, this guy has a bajillion feedback, and his feedback's very good, and 1 million people have bought these already. So if there are any problems, somebody would be bitching somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. I can't be 100% sure, but looking at them, just using them, they seem real to me. And at $20 a piece, they're expensive. And we're not going to feature it here tonight only because because they don't ship to Canada. So we try to keep.
Okay. That's okay. We've got lots of Americans in the room that can take advantage of that deal. By all means, share the link. It's all good. And JM66, thanks too for your link to help folks spot the fake Sony VTC5s. That link with Sun Vapors. Thanks for that. And with all the clone talk, there was some talk on the forum today about fake batteries, and it's not that fake batteries concern me more because they're fake, because somebody put a name on. Okay, yeah, that's not cool. What concerns me is, are they putting a name and associating specs with that battery that it can't perform to? Because the last thing I want is to see somebody purchase what they think is a 30 amp battery because it's being sold as one, and it's really only performing to 15 or 18. It's dangerous. Somebody's going to get hurt. The issue with fake batteries isn't pride of logo or I invented that. It's safety. Okay.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, Tiger brought up a very, very good point about why people are trying to call clones counterfeits. Now, explain to the audience why clones should not be called counterfeits, Tiger.
Well, really, I guess the same clone could be a counterfeit in someone else's hands. What it comes down to is intent. A clone is a copy. A replica is a copy. A counterfeit is when you try to pass that clone or replica off as the real thing. That counterfeit. That I would love to see go away, and the people who think they can get away with that, I'd love to see them drawn and quartered. It's not cool to lead people down the garden path and, take advantage of vapors. If you're selling a clone and you're selling it as a clone, as a replica, you're not misrepresenting it as an authentic, more power to you.
Now, this is a prime example. If this was fake, this is a counterfeit.
Absolutely. Because you're fooling somebody into thinking that they are getting a tried and true Sony cell that will perform to certain standards.
Right. Exactly. I think that was a brilliant analogy. I never really why don't they call it counterfeit? I'm like, oh, that's right. Got to pass it off as the real thing for it to be counterfeit. Mm-hmm. That's why money you buy, if you go and buy fake money at the dollar store, it's not counterfeit money. It's just cloned money. But you can't. But if you try to spend that money, now it's considered counterfeit.
Yeah. By all means, to you, share. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, there's a ton of scammers on the. I mean, they're not scammers. I mean, some of these people are legit vendors that think they're buying the real deal, and they're just not.
VaporJeeper is looking for a good American deal on high amp batteries. Joe, what you got?
That's kind of general. 18650s, 26650s.
Yeah, true that.
The new ones from Mad. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, and I'll be
from
talking about those in the next day or so.
Yeah, just popped. They're called PV. The PV IMRs, and then they have the PV Elites. They put them through a lot of tests. Some of them are as low as like $6 a piece. Now they're 30 amp low mob. They're like 1500 mobs. One of them's up to 2100. The cheapest place I found high amp batteries, if you hit up eBay, I saw a deal. Actually, I have it. I bookmarked it. My bad. I bookmarked it. Here we go. Here's a good deal on Sony batteries. Now this deal. Let me just get my bookmark off fast. These are. Let me think. Let me just read it. Come on. You gonna get slow on me now?
Whoa! Come down.
Okay. Here we go. These are. Big Bamboo just put it in the room. These are. These are actually a little cheaper. You get 2 Sony VTC4s for $16.60 free shipping. So just over $8 a piece, and you're going to get the VTC 4s, which are 30 amp and 2100 mAh, free shipping. Now, they usually go on websites for $9.99 plus a little small shipping cost. So for $16.60 for 2 plus free shipping out of the United States, it's a good deal. That's going to go on my blog sometime tomorrow night, probably be my 8 p.m. deal. This guy already sold 183 sets of them already. He's got great feedback at 99.8%. He's top-rated seller. Plus, you know eBay is good because you always have your 45-day guarantee with them. In case you find out, like, oh shit, they are fake, you can always send it back, and eBay will cover your purchase, the whole thing. That's why I love eBay so much for vaping, because there's so many questions we have, and we can't really know until we have them in hand and we've used them for a couple days to really know if they're real or fake. A lot of people get spooked out. With eBay, you always have that protection, and sellers on eBay, they're held to a very, very high standard, especially top-rated sellers. I know because I've been a top-rated seller for a really, really long time for Crystal and stuff like that. If you mess around, you lose your top-rated status very quickly. Very quickly, I know, because I've lost it a few times and got it back. So.
Now, Ray had a good question about batteries. Ray's asking, is high amp output batteries for sub-ohming? The simple answer to that, Ray, is yes. But it's not really that simple. There's more to it than that, and there's a few things you have to understand. Now, I'm going to throw a link in the room for one of my favorite little online tools. We'll just drop it in there a few times. That is an Ohm's Law calculator, and you don't have to be a mathematician or a scientist to vape, but do bookmark one of those kinds of tools. That's the one I like to use. And what that will help you understand is the relationship between voltage, wattage, resistance, and current, of course, your amps. So I forgot the fourth one. So it's important that you know a few things about your build and make sure that your battery can produce, okay? So let's say you've got your mech mod, you know that you're putting a fresh battery in it, a fresh battery comes off your charger at 4.2 volts. You know that you have built that coil to 0.4 ohms. Now that's considered low ohmic, okay, sub-ohmic. Then you can use that tool to plug those numbers in, plug in your 4.2 volts, plug in your 0.4 ohms, and that's going to tell you how many amps that build is drawing and demanding from your battery. Your job is to make sure that that number falls below, and I should say comfortably below, in my opinion, the capability of your battery to output power. Now, I'm not even familiar enough. I'll run those numbers through so that we can do this. Let's take volts at 4.2. Let's take resistance at 0.4. All you need is two numbers to figure out the rest. The current that wants to draw is 10.5 amps. So I wouldn't run that on anything lower than a 15 amp continuous output battery. Now that's the other very important part. You better make sure that it's continuous output. They will give you sometimes they're kind enough to give you two ratings. They'll tell you the pulse, which is only for a moment it can produce that, and they will tell you the continuous. It's the continuous that you're interested in, and that'll always be the lower number, and you want to make sure that you are drawing less than that, okay? When you're getting close to it or over it, you're asking for trouble.
You'll know by your battery getting very hot.
So that's the long answer to what seemed like a simple question, but I don't want to, when it comes to battery safety, I don't like to scrimp on the information. I want to make sure people have all of the tools available to make intelligent vaping decisions and enjoy their vape safely.
Right, exactly. Well, Tiger, the time is 2:37. Do you have any more deals you need to do? Or
we don't have any more deals, but we do have a very important draw to do, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, let's bring up a random. I'll let you talk a little bit while I get everything set up and ready.
Right. So we are on number 4 of 5 VaporShark RDNAs we're giving away. Now, I have these RDNAs in my hands. Well, not in my hands right now, but I have them here. So we don't have to wait for VaporShark to produce them. They have been sold out. They're on back order. Now, to get involved in this, all you got to do is follow that link that Big Bam Boom has put in the room. All you have to do is, I have to update the says we're giving away 2 of 5. I need to edit that right now. We're
A
giving
little
away
bit, little bit. Yeah, that's a
4
little
of
high.
5. But basically, there's a form you fill out. You have to be a member of the Vaping Underground. You fill out that form. It's very simple. You fill it out once. If you fill it out more than once, you will be disqualified, and Tiger will check.
I do.
And last week, what happened,
Don't
Tiger?
try to fool me. Last week broke my heart because what we ended up having was a legitimate winner in that there was only one entry for them, but when I went to hunt for them in the membership list, they weren't there. They were not a signed up, verified member of the forum. They just got a hold of the link, signed up, and it's not enough. You've got to be a member, and you've got to fill out the form, and you've got to do it once and once only. Now, lucky for some of you guys, I comb through this list regularly, and even though we're up to almost 3,500 entries, pardon me, I find duplicate entries every day and clean them up for you guys. So if you're lucky, I already found it, and you are eligible. If you're not lucky, or worse yet, if you're trying to pull a fast one and get your name in there a bunch of times, we will find you and we will disqualify you. And the really crummy part is, it probably won't be caught until we draw your name. And how tragic would that be?
Right.
So sign up once only. If you have signed up more than once, follow the link that I think Big Bam has taken them directly to the forum post. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
follow that link. There is a long thread going there. If you ask me really nicely and send flowers and vape stuff, no, you don't have to do that stuff. Just ask me nicely, and I will hunt for and remove your second entry because I don't want to see anybody disqualified, but we also don't want to give people an unfair advantage. So we are running a real tight ship on this one, and there you go. I'm here
And
to
I saw
help
the
you.
and I saw the internals on these. Man, I have to tell you, this is one of the cleanest built DNA 30s you will ever see. There was a post between the VaporShark RDNA and its clone. The clone was like full of hot glue. It was terrible. This thing is beautiful. It's one of the finest DNA 30s. I will put it up against the ZNA. I will put it up against the Hana. I'll put it up against. Only one that beats this right now, in my opinion, is the Flask. Okay, this is a fine mod and well worth the money. These are right now. Actually, they raised the price. They used to be $189. Now they're up to $197.98. So I actually raised the price on these. Still, in my opinion, this fucker will last you forever. Tiger has one. I have one. All the people that I've sent, Country Pammy won one last week on a different show that I sponsored at Vape Mania. All the people that have them love them. Nunya traded me one of these and a few bucks for that big scepter of what was it, Tiger? Do you remember the name? Oh, I remember you did tell me the name. The scepter of compensation. I call it.
Agamemnon.
Yeah, that's it. The scepter. I traded one for the scepter of Abenagnon, whatever it's called.
Agamemnon. I had to stumble over it a few times. Yeah. He was a king a long time ago.
Yeah, and these are just amazing. So get your entry in if you haven't done it yet. So John Q. Public said he would give my left nut for a vapor flask. Really? Well. I'll give you my mailing address.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, you post it on Mod Trader, you never know, you might get a trade. People have probably traded, well, no, probably not Stranger Things, but in any case. All right, so let's do this thing. Now, one more question that came up before we do the draw. Tiger, how do I find my number on BU? You don't. The number is signed to you. It's let me explain how the giveaway works. The form you filled out that got you into the draw populates a spreadsheet, and your line in the spreadsheet is your number. So you don't find your number on BU. Quite frankly, I'm the only one who knows the numbers. So you have to trust me. Luckily, I'm pretty trustworthy. So what I do is when we pull that name, I go find whose number corresponds with it, and then I do 2 checks. I check, first of all, did you enter twice? And then I check to make sure that you are a member, and then we declare a winner, and Joe contacts you, and you get A vapor shark sent to you. How great
Yeah.
is that?
And our last winner was in Australia.
Actually, no. The last winner, the second winner was Australia, and our third winner was somewhere else. I don't remember where, but within America.
Was it? I thought our last winner was Australia. My
We
bad.
had VU Man, then Rebecula, and then last week was I'm not coming up with the name.
Wait, hold on. Let me look. Let me look.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's fine.
oh wait,
It's
I got
fine,
it.
Michael.
Yep, yep, I got it. It was as I shipped it out. It was RAF PC.
There we go. Wraith. Wraith. I
Oh, great.
forgot that. Wraith.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do this thing. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to the spreadsheet. Woo. Okay. And I'm scrolling to the bottom to because while we've been talking about it, a few more people might have signed up. So we don't want to leave you out. I'll get the numbers as they sit this moment.
While
Scrolling,
she's looking.
scrolling. And we
Wait.
have had some new entries while we've been talking. And another one. Okay, I'm going to give you just a couple more seconds because they're still rolling in. And oh, you little rascal, you just signed up and you signed up twice. You are so lucky. As a matter of fact, you signed up 3 times, you sneaky little devil. You know who you are, JJ, sneaky little devil. I'm taking out the entries because if I draw your name, I have to disqualify you. So there you go. You now have 1 legitimate entry. Oh, 4 times? You rascal. You're so lucky I'm being so nice to you right now. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. So we have at this moment 3,509 entries. So we're going to do this thing. And what that means is, of course, row 1 is my title. So I'm going to start with number 2. And to get that number, I go to 3510. That's how many entries we have this moment. And here we go. Let's generate a number. All right. I'm going to go find that number and do some cross-referencing while Joe entertains you guys.
2,984, a late signer.
Indeed. Tick, tick, tick. No, don't tick, tick, tick. All right. All right.
Yeah, actually, this actually has more entries. Oh, wait, does this have more entries now than the ProVary? I think it does. Whoever wins, you're gonna love it.
Sure that we have, and okay, good news so far. Entered once, eligible to win. Let's go find that name over at the membership list. Oh, please be a member. I hate not being able to give this away. Well, I mean, we will give it away, but let's find you. There you are.
All right, who won?
J.A. Lit 21. You are the latest winner of a Vaping Underground Vapor Shark. Yay!
Excellent, excellent. Okay, so what's going to happen is Tiger is going to hit you up and put me in the conversation, and she's going to congratulate you. And then I'm going to ask you for your shipping address. You're going to give it to me, and if you get it to me by tomorrow, I can have it out to you on Monday. It'll come in a priority padded mailer, and it will require a signature, just in case that your postman wants to deliver it to the wrong address.
All right.
For $2, it's a good insurance to make sure that you get it.
That is awesome.
And our last winner got theirs on the 5th. Now listen, when you win, can you please take a picture of it? Don't just take it and be all mine. Take a picture of it and say thank you.
In all fairness, our first winner did that immediately. VU Man sent us a wonderful shot of him smiling with his Vapor Shark. Rebecula, of course, in Australia hasn't been able to do that yet. Things take longer to get there. And our latest winner, according to tracking information, received their Vapor Shark on Friday. So we'll give him a little time to find a shot he loves.
Right.
So now let me find out. I guess, okay, I've got that open, so we will settle that after the show. Now, I guess last thing, do you want to field a few questions? Or we are coming up on 2 hours here.
Yep. Anybody have any questions?
We talked lots tonight.
I would make adult pictures with my Vapor Shark, according to Sex Guy.
Okay, no, we really want something we can post on the forum and on Facebook. Anything else just goes into Joe's private
Does
stuff.
the Vapor Shark have a camera on it? No, it does not have a camera on it. No, it doesn't have a camera. All right, guys. Well, the time is 2:45. Thank you for showing up for a done deal. As always, we have a great time here. And we will be back next week to give away I think it's our last and final DNA 30.
It is, in fact, yes.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week on Done Deal. Thank you so much for coming by, and we'll be back doing deals tomorrow by 6 p.m. because we are off until then because of TygerTyger's 10 million hits. So, see you guys later.
Alrighty. Have a good night.